How's it going, everybody? Vaping Preacher back again. Today we're going to take a look at the Kelly V2 Master Kit edition. Let's not waste any time. Let's open up the box. Let's go down. Yeah, we'll build this thing and then come back up on top. We'll talk about my thoughts on this dual coil RDA from QP Designs. So this is the packaging. Your Kelly V2 Master Kit will come in. I'm not sure how many different packagings they did, whether the Master Kit has a different one or the copper or whatever has a different. I'm not sure. This, as far as I'm aware, was referred to as the Master Kit. There it is right there. Quick look at the back there. Let you pause that if you want to read it. Look at all of that. This is what I'm excited about. So even the copper and shit, the other ones, they all have a bunch of options, which is what excites me. There we go. Little QP Design sticker. I usually don't care too much for stickers, but I quite like this company. I'll stick that somewhere. And the ever so important authenticity card. Now, it might be hard for you to pick up on this camera, but that actually is penned. I can feel it. So that's always nice. It's actually real. Take a look at that. Eee. It's a very attractive looking dripper right off the bat, I must say. Let's try not to get too dirty. My grubby fucking fingers. Someone put that up as a comment too on one of my last videos and was quick to delete it. You fucking numpty cunt. Whoever you were, fuck off. Clearly doesn't know what I do for a living. There you go, it's QP there. Some knurling on top, which is nice. Reminds me a little bit of the rabbit, that. There at the top there, I shouldn't say that. And you got Kelly printed down there. And then, what on earth is that? Is this the name of the bloke that owns the company? Is that his signature? I don't know what that is there. I can't fucking read that. It's someone's signature on this on the drip tip. Well, some people will like that, some people won't. It's a very nice drip tip. I don't necessarily like the writing on it, but each to their own. Eee, very nice. Screw this addy down onto something. Let's have a look at the deck. There's big fucking airflow holes there. They are huge. There's the deck. I'm not gonna fucking focus. Of course it's not. Little hex screws. Wish they were flatheads or something. I hate hex keys. Fucking hate them. I strip them. I strip them a lot. Tension on the O-rings right off the bat is quite nice. It's almost dead perfect. So that's a plus. Don't really have to lube those up at all. A couple looks at the different options here. So you can mix and match too if you wanted to. So if you wanted to take out this little cap here. This is interesting. This is like a chuff cap. We used to have these back in the day. For those that remember chuff caps, instead of your drip tips, you used to have these chuff cap style things, and it's effectively what this is. So you could even take the metal one here, see, and run the full size chuff cap in there instead of running the drip tips with the two pieces. So you could take that out like that, take the plastic piece, boom, just like that. You have the chuff piece in there. That looks a lot better too, personally, in my opinion. So yeah, nice little options. You can sort of mix and match it however you want. depending on what mod you've got, you know, you fucking do something like this. I don't know why you would, but you could, you know, you can go any way you wanted to. I don't know who the hell in their right mind would ever mix Ultim and bloody stainless, but you could even go as far as to mix Ultim and stainless. What I think is going to look quite nice might be the stainless with the clear top. I think that's how we're probably going to run it. Oh, that snap. Look at that. That's nice. That's very appealing. And each one of these caps, sorry for all my, they're all my fingerprints all over it, but there's no scratching or anything, and they're all some superficial marks in the finishing, but other than that, it's, you know, it's all the machining is beautiful. The machining's fucking beautiful. The finishing on some of, you know, it's the secondary caps, so can't blame them for that. You will get your little Barbie fucking screwdriver too, which no one's ever going to use, and a squonk pin. Yeah, that'll be your squonk pin, studded installed. I'm going to take this out because we're going to need this, I think. Knowing my luck, we won't find an Allen key that'll fit. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what combination we're going to run with, but let's get a build in this first, shall we? I have to screw this down onto a mod. Now, what have we got in front of me I can build on? Why don't we build it on what I'm going to put it on? Okay, the Fatal. Alright, grab our tiny little hex key. And we're just going to open those holes right up. And there's a way of, you're going to get pretty thick legs in there. Most of your exotic builds should fit, depending on how, like if you go something insanely juicy, you might have some trouble fitting them in there, but they should accommodate most people's builds. There's some crazy fuckers out there I know that'll be like, oh no, it's too small, I can't fit my fucking 4-ply blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm just putting in fused Claptons, some basic NI80 fused Claptons. I think I've got 6 wraps there of, I don't even know the specs of the fucking coil, to be honest. Is this it? N80 fused Clapton 2636? That sounds about right. It's probably like, so that's about right. What do you reckon? That's what we're throwing in there. Nothing crazy. A little bit of spacing there. Should heat up quite nicely. Now the fun part's going to be how judging. I want to try and get this right for you guys. So why don't we use the little coily tool? For those that use coily tools, I'm going to eyeball it. But I want to know if you can, you know, I want to give you the coily tool sort of reading. So I reckon right about, I'll go with, I'm going to leave a bit of length just because that airflow, I want to make sure that airflow gets a little bit underneath the coil. So if you're ever confused, always take your cap, have a look at where that's going to sit. Off camera there. Take a look where that's going to sit. You sort of, you know, so you know whereabouts kind of want your coils. So that's how I've cut that. Let's see where that's sitting at in the coily tool. I reckon it's about a 5 or a 6. Yeah, I'd say it's probably a 5. Yeah, so I've cut them at 5, pretty much flush, or somewhere between 5 and 6 is where I've done them. Just for those people that do use those fucking coily tools. Alright, right off the bat, first thing I'm going to mention is there is not a lot of room between, you see I've only done 6 wraps. 6 wraps was too many. I think that's, so let's try this again. Let's go 5. We'll go 5, we'll clip them at 5. I think it was closer to 5 than 6, wasn't it? Close your eyes. Oop. Close your eyes. Alright. Let's dump that one in too. Yeah. Watch, ready? Now depending how you've cut your legs, what wires you're using, blah blah blah, which ways they're pointing off, you might have fucking, I don't know, you might not space them as much as me, you might use thinner wire. Nonetheless, that is fucking tight. Look at that. Oh, it's only 6 wraps. That is, she's tight in there. Very, very tight. It's alright. We'll tighten her up there. You'd rather it be tight than loose. Rachel's in the background losing her shit right now. Oh. Now I'm worried about how bad this is gonna fuck up. Oh, watch that. Look at that, distort that. Oh, nasty. Let's hope that pops back when I get the coiling rod in there. But yes, just keep in mind if you're someone that's you know, into your higher sort of builds, be careful. You can't fit too many wraps. You're gonna run out of room. You're gonna end up with your leg all the way over here. So fucking 4 or 5 wraps, that's it. If you're using shit like these, you know, thick Clapton wires or aliens or something like that, you're only gonna get, yeah, you're gonna get fuck all. 4 or 5 wraps, that's it. You can't go above 5. I've done 6 and it's not ideal, but we're gonna see how it vapes. That's the most important thing. I could have left it at 5 wraps. I wanted the 6th. I'm running it on a single battery device. I thought, hey, I'll add that 1 wrap. It'll make a bit of a difference. Fuck me, that one's nasty. Alright, let's get a coiling rod. Fuck. Really isn't a hell of a lot of room there, is there? Alright. I'm thinking these coils are going to need to come a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher. I think I've got them too low. So I'd cut them at about 7 on the coily tool. Cut them about 7 mil. Don't cut them at 5 like I did. 7 I reckon would probably be optimal. Judging by how much I've got to play with here, I'd say go 7. But it is what it is, and we're going to see how she goes like this. What do you reckon? That looks right there. That's about right. Yeah. Alright. See? See? Look! Look at that. I cut them far too short. Shit. I was going for like 0.15. We're going to be lucky to break 0.1, guys. Shit. Might have to put this on a mech mod. Alright, so there we go. That is some ugly heating. This is what happens when you buy cheap, nasty wire. This is some very cheap coilology stuff. But you know, not to take anything away from coilology. They're good coils. They just don't last long. There we go. That's more like it. We've aimed in a 0.11. I was going for a 1.5. Looks good enough to me. Yeah. Wick. We got cotton bacon today. I have switched this out recently for the canner. The canner I think just works better at high wattages, but I do have this sitting right in front of me. Thank you to Chris. I am pinching your cotton, mate. Let's give that a bit of a roll. I want it to be nice and snug in there. Especially now that I realise I'm vaping so fucking low. I'd like to hear people's opinions down below, please, in the comment section. Let me know, what sort of build do you think shines in this dripper? Or did I go for the right sort of thing? Look, I figured low was necessary when I looked at those airflow ports. Come on. But I was still aiming for a 1.5, you know, not a fucking a 1 or under. But we got 0.1 on the dot, so should get a nice good vape off this. There we go. Nice and snug, but not, you know, still being able to breathe. It's going to get you the most efficient wicking and a bit of that crackle, hopefully, if you've done it right. Now, I don't know about you guys. Most drippers, maybe I'll fluff some of this out, but on something like this, I don't see the need for it. You're just going to cut it right like that, and just push all that cotton in there. You don't need to thin out your cotton on a dripper. I don't know why anyone does that, but people do it. So I did forget to show you, in case those who were wondering, right dead center, that is where it will squonk from. So it's gonna just, you're gonna want to keep a gap just between your coils there, just so it can still seep into this side and seep into that side. If you sort of do what I'm doing here and you're tucking your cotton in like that, just be mindful that you don't do exactly like I just did there and cover that squonk. Now obviously if you're using it the way I'm about to, it's not going to matter, you're dripping, so it's all good. But yeah, don't bother thinning out your cotton. There we go. Especially if you're using something like bacon. She looks pretty damn good. That one's a little wonky. Could have come up on the left a bit more, but that's all right. She looks okay. See where she sits with the airflow. And look at that. Hey, maybe I was right. All right, guys. What did I cut them at? Between 6 and 5, yeah? 5 and 6. And that's pretty much perfect. I'm lucky there. I thought I went too short, but that is perfect. So let's get some juice on this. I'm gonna vape on something very familiar. Some Loco e-liquids. I know it says Go Nuts, it's not Go Nuts. This is actually Drizzle in this bottle. If you're wondering why is it labelled different? Well, Mr. Loco decided he'd be a smartass, and he gave it to me in one of these bottles, which I appreciate. It's a nice big bottle, right? I can't get a cap on that bottle, so I was stuck with all my drizzle in these fucking bottles. So I thought, alright, we'll rinse out some bottles. Still got the Loco image on it, that's all that matters. But yeah, everyone thinks I'm vaping Go Nuts, and I'm vaping Drizzle. Beautiful custard. Probably, it's definitely my top 2 custards ever. Now it's just a matter of seeing if I can DIY a custard as good as this. Seriously, all you custard lovers out there, Drizzle. Drizzle. Alright, she looks the tits. You got that? Go straight up to that 100. See how that's going to go. Ready? Look at that build. It does look nice. Yeah. That's stainless. Look at that. Oh yeah, that looks very nice. Very nice. Alright, let's go back up on top. Let's talk about the Cali V2. Alright, back on top. And changed up the cap. We've gone with the all clear. And they're all very groovy looking caps. Even the addition of just the black on its own, so I could put the black tip and the see-through. You know, it's different. I could put the black on the Ultim even. it's a nice addition. What I would have liked to seen, because look, stock standard, you get this cap, and now I don't know how the camera's really picking it up, but to be honest, it's not black, and it's not quite light enough to be gunmetal. It's somewhere between black and gunmetal, in my eyes. Like, I hold it against a lot of my other gunmetals. It's darker than them, but it's nowhere near a black. So it's interesting. Well, I mean, yeah. It lies somewhere between a black. I know it looks black to my eyes. Then again, who knows? What I would have liked, there's a little, see the drip tip? Yeah. Look, they didn't provide one for the stainless, and that's quite upsetting, because I would have preferred you give me one in the stainless at least by stock than this gunmetal or black, if you'd like. I would have preferred them put one in the stainless. It's very, very, very nice. Very nice. Even running the clear, you take the clear cap and take the stainless barrel with the clear airflow, and that is a treat, and it looks beautiful atop this mod. Look, I'm big, very, very big on aesthetics. I'm someone who loves mixing and matching my devices and my addies onto other things. So a kit like this that provides so much for you to be able to mix and match, I really would have just liked to see maybe a couple more drip tips, or even if these were drip tip compatible, one of them being maybe the Ultim one or something, you know, something like that. Or even making this one here removable, just this black one you provided. But yeah, definitely would have loved to see a drip tip in the stainless. But look at that, on the Fatal mod, the Kelly V2 matches up very nice with the buttons there. Yeah, very nice. Remember, I did build very low on this. I've only got a 100-watt cap, but that's only 3 and a bit volt. The flavor I'm getting is incredible. I can't stress that enough. When I built this, I originally thought the positioning of my coils was going to be too low. You could definitely bring them up higher if you wanted to from where I did, if you wanted just complete undercoil action. But I've got a bit of side going and the undercoil as well, and it's perfect there. Absolutely flavor banging, but it's airy RDA. It's a very, very airy RDA. The size of these fucking Cyclops ports here are fucking huge. I ain't got the shit to measure it, so I'm not going to tell you, but they're bloody big. I close off probably about half, roughly, or just under half, realign. That's something as well you need to be wary of, is there's no locking system. It's fine, just it's not really needed for the way I use all of this stuff. You're changing out barrels and stuff like that. But if you're someone who was just gonna rock the stainless 24/7, just the stainless one, it might get annoying that you can't easily sort of just screw it off of some devices. It's not a deal breaker by any means. You can understand why maybe they didn't do it on these pieces, but I'm sure they could have included some sort of notch system. It would have been nice. I'm very used to it and familiar with it now. I think a lot of us are, having that feature on your RDAs. You're all the way left and it just locks and bang, comes off. So I do miss that, but it's not a deal breaker at all. Airflow half closed. I'm getting a bit of a whistle there. But I get a bit more of that restriction that I like. The sound's a bit annoying, but the flavour is bloody beautiful. And I want to try something now. I have a fresh battery here. This, I think, is going to just look fantastic. I've got the Saint here, one of my favourite 21700 mech devices. Let's take the Ultim cap. Get all that fog away. That actually looks pretty damn good. You could always take that piece out and you could rock the black. I don't know why you would, but that looks weird, especially when you get condensation up in there. But you get the gist. I love that I can do this. I think it's really cool. Good way to blend things. I think now we're going to get a bit more of the power I wanted out of this. Screw that up. I have done a review on this mech mod for those that are interested. Absolutely incredible. Banger. Beautiful. There's enough airflow on this that, in my opinion, that you could use this, you know, in any fashion you wanted to. The issue is getting big beefy coils in there. Your legs can only be so far apart. I did mention it in the down close. They could have come out just a little further, would have been nice, you know, here and here maybe, just slightly more apart. You get an extra wrap or two in, it would have been nice. It really would have been. It's a small con, but it just means less wraps, more power, low builds, mech mods. It's beautiful on here. That is a treat. Still vaping on the drizzle. Straight down the center there. Building on it is incredibly easy. Incredibly easy. We've seen so many postless style decks now. This is done really well. The machining is beautiful. Wish they had gone flathead screws instead of hex keys, but that's where everyone's going, I guess. And yeah, just everything's presented really well. The flavor is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. For a cloud chucking device, it's not, you know, I like a lot of restriction usually. I'm happy running this with the airflow wide open because I'm just getting intense flavor. I'm happy to just chuck huge clouds all day, every day on this Kali V2 because the flavor is like I'm getting that nice, tight, restrictive, warm vapor. You know, you get what I'm saying. It's beautiful. And for those keeping track, this is the third QP product that I have done a review on, and I'm huge on them now. Absolutely fucking sold. The Fatality RTA was one thing. I love this mod, and boy howdy does this match up well. But as you can tell, it's a huge pro. All those caps. Wish you gave me a nice drip tip for the stainless. But all those caps and being able to change it, that's something that really appeals to me. And I wish more companies would put out stuff like that. You know, just tons and tons of caps. I believe the new Dead Rabbit has done that. A good mate put me onto that. I was unaware. I'm not going to purchase that to look at because why the fuck would I by this point? It's like beating a dead rabbit. This would be great for beginners all the way to everyone who's experienced. The price point's a little bit higher than your average Chinese stuff, but the quality and what you're getting is well worth your money in my opinion. And I can't really say much more about it. If we're going to give it a rating, I'm going to give it an easy 9. An easy 9. The only way they would have, you know, got perfect, like I said, they're missing the drip tip. They could have put another drip tip in there. The little notch would have been nice. You know, we'll go 8.5. 8.5 to a 9. I'm the 9. We'll go 9. 8.5 to a 9. It's incredible. I am more than happy to promote this and probably find myself a copper kit too. They do have a copper brass kit as well, which will go very, very nice on the brass mod. Great RDA. Great RDA. Congratulations to everyone involved in creating and making it. I had nothing, no knowledge of the Kali V1, never used it, and I'm glad that I've got the second rendition because it's phenomenal. Could have spaced those post holes out just that little bit. Just that little bit. That extra wrap would have been nice for me. Absolute banger. Not gonna go on more about that. You can probably pick this up a lot of places. Hopefully it's still available, the master kit anyway. Hope you all staying safe and being kind. Remember, keep on vaping, keep on preaching.